Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sally Jack's TV mom. Here's us as a family out and about on our bikes. Now, of course, during lockdown, I got myself an electric bike. I really wanted one, and we've been out and about on our bikes because somebody threw my bike away and I couldn't find it in the garage. And I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to do this. And we've been out on our bikes. We've done loads of different things. And I just wanted to show you some of the journeys that we've been on and some of the things we've done with the family. Now, of course, the bikes cost you money. The helmet costs you money. But actually, once you've got it and you're out and about on it, it's fun, cheap and free. And it's been absolutely brilliant. And we're going to carry on doing this because we're not going away this year. We're going to do a staycation and do day trips out, and I bet a lot of them will include our bicycles. So here we go. One of our cycling adventures. Oh, be careful, hold on to the side. Hold on to the side. We've hit the locks.
And look, we've hit the locks back.
We've hit the locks, and the locks are right far back, aren't they?
They must be because there was a boat.
They've been moved from where we saw them the other day, aren't they? Let's go down and have a look at that waterfall the other side. Gary's over there getting dog muck off his bike. So if we had a look down here. Well, look, you can actually walk down here. Down to the edge. So we're on the canal today. This is the bike ride we're doing today, and it hasn't yet poured, but we're ready to get wet, aren't we, Frankie Jack? If we get wet, we said, what the heck, it doesn't matter. So Gary's got dog poo on his bike, so he's just taking it off at the moment, and he said he can smell it every rotation. I shouldn't laugh, it's a bit cruel, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, so he's just getting it off his bike now because he said it sure as hell isn't going in the boot with that on. This is definitely our newfound sport, family time, because with us not going away this summer, we are going to have to get out and about doing things. I am so chuffed with that bike. So if you want to laugh, Garrett has just tried to take the dog poo off his bike. So it is angry because obviously people should be picking up their dog poo, but he's got it on his hand. He went to blow his nose and it stinks. So he's just dangled his hand in the dirty, disgusting canal to try and clean it.
No.
Frankie Jack, we're going to get back.
No.
We are, because look at the sky. Ooh, it's a big drop, is that? Ooh. This is what happens when you go on a bike ride with a 5-year-old. They get absolutely shattered. This was the boy that said he wanted to carry on. You heard him yourself. And he fell asleep in the car, and he was actually snoring, but I didn't manage to catch him. But he's absolutely whacked. And that's how we get all our bikes in. Remember, mine's the folding one. Hello! I've now got you on the front of my bike, so say hello, Frankie Jack. Hello! Hello! Right, so we're going to cycle and show you where we're going. That's good. So this is a bike ride that Gary and I used to do absolutely years ago. I can't believe it. And it was so lovely to be back on it because it's got to be at least sort of 10 years since I've done this bike ride. But it was lovely to have Frankie Jack in tow now. And we went down to Thompson Park. Now, as far as we're aware, you can cycle in there. There was other people on the bikes. We couldn't find anywhere that said you couldn't. So we went on the pathways around Thompson Park, and it's a beautiful place. I highly recommend people go down there and have a look. If you already live in Burnley, you're probably used to going in there, but if you're visiting, then go and have a look at Thompson Park. And there's also the Italian Gardens, which I'm just about to take you to now and show you around. So we've arrived in Thompson's Park, which is a park that's near us in Burnley. I did do a vlog on this park. It was for Frankie Jack's birthday last year in August, where we went on the boating lake. My mum rowed a boat, and it's absolutely beautiful. If anybody's in this area and has not visited this park, it is so well worth it. There's a little train that goes round that's over there that goes through a part here and around here. This is the Italian Gardens. It's absolutely beautiful. So we're actually going to sit down now on one of these benches and have some lunch. So Gary's actually packed a packed lunch for us. So Frankie Jack's running around, and we've just got our bikes and we're going to enjoy this view, which I'm going to turn around and show you. So off he goes, running around, and these are the Italian Gardens. Isn't it beautiful? And I've never been here. I can't believe it, and it's right on my doorstep. And this is a lot of what we've been finding during lockdown as well. We've been finding things. But don't forget, I did live, obviously, for the past 5 years of Frankie Jack's life, apart from the first 8 months. I was actually, I've been in Peterborough, and the 5 years before I had Frankie Jack, I was living in Richmond, or Hampton Hill, which is near Richmond in London. So, well, it was 5 days a week, 2 days back in Burnley. So I didn't really spend that much time up here to be able to see everything that's around. And obviously when you're younger, you're not bothered about these things. So it was really lovely to see all this. Like I said, I did do a vlog. You just heard me before. So it might be worth you going and have a look at that. And you can see my mum on the boating lake as well. But really, really beautiful. We sat on the wall and had a picnic because we'd actually made some cookies and some brownies. And I highly recommend Betty Crocker's fudge brownie mix. It is absolutely fantastic. So if you're doing your shopping order, make sure you get one of those in. Really quick, really simple to make. And I think they're the best brownies that I've ever tasted. So we had those while munching on the wall. And then Frankie Jack went for a little bike ride around the Italian Gardens. So that's what I'm riding on. I haven't used my electric at all, but I would say if you are on an hour in between getting a normal bike and an electric bike, then I would push that extra mile and go for an electric, because you can always use it when you're going up hills and then it doesn't put you off going on that journey. So I'm trying to use the electric as little as possible, but when I do need it, I do use it. And I just think that everybody's doing electric these days, and I think it'd be silly to go and spend quite a lot when it could be an extra couple of £100 more. I know that's still a lot of money, but a couple of £100 more gets you an electric, and you've always got that peace of mind. Because if you've never been out riding, or you haven't done it for a long time or since a kid, then it's a good idea, obviously, to use your electric, because it gets you used to it. But once you've got used to it, you want to get fit on your bike. That's what the whole point is, getting out and enjoying stuff. But hills, there's hills everywhere, so that electric really kicks in. We've brought a picnic with us, and we've washed our hands and sanitised, and we're just sat on a brick wall in the Italian garden. Right, back on the bike, and I'll try and film it all the way home. We do have kind of a camera that's a bit like a GoPro, but we haven't got a SIM card for it, so I'm trying to use my phone on the front of my bike. So I'll film it and see how far I get with it, but it might be very lumpy and bumpy. So then off we go, and we left Burnley Thompson Park. Now you have to go up, you have to go slightly out of it on a hill, and then we join a canal to go back to where we live. And I actually rode up. It doesn't actually look that steep, but it is kind of quite steep, this hill. And I went all the way up it without using my electric. Now that doesn't mean to say that I shouldn't have bought an electric bike. I want that electric bike because it gives me the peace of mind. It's absolutely fab. And we have used it on some really steep hills on some of the journeys that we've done. But this one is all on flat, and I'm getting my fitness levels up, and I'm feeling better about myself because I'm out and about. It gets the endorphins kick-started in your head. Frankie Jack's loving it, Gary's loving it, and we're having a family day out. And of course, apart from the cost of the bike, this is cheap and free, isn't it, for you to be able to do as a family. And of course, you're not having any, you know, contact with anybody, because I'm still wanting to be contactless, if that makes sense, when I'm out and about. I don't want to get back to normality yet, because I don't believe it is normal. So we're keeping that contact with everybody else down to a minimum, apart from obviously when I'm at work. So this has been really, really fun, and we're on our way back. And in a moment, I'm actually going to do another trip for you, and I'm going to take you to Lytham. Now it is a bit of a laugh, is the Lytham one, because I'm going to show you something that I do on our day trips when we go further afield. Don't judge me for it, please. It is funny if you think that kind of thing's funny, but I'm about to show you in a moment. The other thing as well is that it was a very old scraggy bowl, so bear in mind that it doesn't look that great, but I'm not going to tell you any more. I'm going to show you in a moment, but I've actually bought something different now for when we go on day trips. Oh, I bet you're intrigued now. It's coming up in a minute. You're looking forward to all this? Just to let everybody know, right, don't even laugh, but I'm going to give you the truth. That is my wee bowl. If I need a wee, that's where I go, because obviously we can't go to public toilets. Gary thinks he's funny putting it on the back of the bike, which is not hilarious. And don't worry, we have disinfected it out. I've only ever used it once. So we've just stopped on like a grass verge, and Gary and I are on chain plan, and Frankie Jack's on his organics Gruffalo food. We are going to go back and have a picnic in the garden, purely and simply because we don't want to eat out anywhere. Lytham is a great ride on the front, but you've just got to get it when it's a quieter day. So often it's better to go if there's not as much sun in the sky and then there's not as many people around. Now this is what I'm finding an absolute joke, right? There's things on our doorstep, and I don't know whether you found it through lockdown, that we've never seen before. So Gary had heard, and he'd done a little bit of research about this cycle path, but I think they used to call it a bridle path. And so what we did is we drove down to a place called Rosegrove, and we decided to cycle on this pathway. Now we were seeing things we'd never seen before, and it was like being in a Enid Blyton book, you know, when the five go travelling or whatever it's called. It was just absolutely brilliant. We saw a park that we'd never heard of, and then we came out at the end of it, right at the end of this pathway, by what's called the fence bypass. So what we managed to do was get on the road, Frankie Jack on the pavement, and we managed to cycle through to Simonstone as well. So this particular day we did a massive bike ride, and this is the biggest that we've ever done. When we actually got back to the car, Frankie Jack, well, he was moaning on the trip really, because I think we'd gone a little bit too far, but so exciting. I'd had to use my electric on a couple of the hills because they were steep. Frankie Jack had to push, and there was one point where I was walking with Frankie Jack and Gary was actually cycled with his bike on the front. But really just such a good day out, and something that you're seeing things around you. And this is what I think we're going to be ended up doing over the summer period as well, because we're definitely going to be out on our bikes more. Now I've got this one, and now we can all go out together, and it's just so lovely to see things in your area. So if anybody's got any ideas of really good bike rides that are around my area, or where we can actually travel to in the car that's not too far, then please leave them in the comments section below, because we would absolutely love to know about them. Because we're definitely, because obviously we're doing a staycation this year because Marbella's not happening, first time in 21 years, so it's going to be great to get out and about with a family. And I've got all the bits and pieces. We've got we've got the straps on the back of the bike, so, and Gary's got a rucksack so we can take a picnic out with us. So it's actually going to be so much fun. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you part of our YouTube family. My YouTube videos are full of lots of different things, from health, looking after yourself, well-being, family, cooking, fashion, my life as a TV presenter as well. Loved having your company on this video, and I hope to have your company on some more. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up as well. I'll see you later.